Up next, the Nuggets taking on the Knicks. For Denver, a loss in the... we got minutes, we have rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot. And further success can really shake things up, giving everyone a fair chance is key.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the center. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
On the wing, Bridges. Hart with the screen for Brunson. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's gotten to the point where you have to chase Jalen Brunson off the perimeter. This guy will really hurt you from deep.
Watson kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Brown wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Murray with the defensive effort. From about 19 feet. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
And the mid-range seeming effortless for Murray. He's got a touch that makes that shot a good option for him.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Bridges outside. That's a two from Towns, and it's in there.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
And the outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Watson surveying the D. Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders, and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Back to you, Kev.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for OG Anunoby. Towns the screen. To the left side wing. Back to Brunson. Down low. Murray on him. Towns, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Watson for 3. It's good on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hart outside. Gordon against Brunson. Back to Hart. That shot, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. He lobs it up, and stolen by DiVincenzo. And now the Knicks on the break. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Did you see Gordon get up to that? Man, he is athletic.
Murray outside. Pass to Watson. Bridges with some nice defense.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Towns finds Bridges. Jokic with the steal. Here's Gordon. Some solid defense from Hart. Knicks trail by 7. Inside, here's Bridges. Out to Brunson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brunson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knicks. Here's Murray. And then Murray with the jam.
And the Canadian getting up. Murray hammers that one home.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Towns a screen on Murray. Outside, Towns. Hart outside. With the tip. And the dunk by Towns.
Just excellent anticipation by Karl Anthony Towns. You've got to know where that ball is going to come off there.
Pass to Watson. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Jokic with the screen on Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Towns.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
And New York making a change here. And the second free throw, good. Knicks trail by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Strother. And another miss by Denver.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We'll get right back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Another thing they're doing right out of the gates tonight, applying a ton of defensive pressure.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Miles McBride. Bridges out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Diawara in at the power forward.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Paul passes to Valanciunas. Here's Strother. And here's Valanciunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray, good. Murray's got 10 points in the game.
And you can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
You know, they may have lost some confidence coming off those losses last year. They know their roster is similarly talented. You wonder if that provides extra motivation in this matchup this season.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. Towns, he's checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Miles McBride. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Here's DiVincenzo. And the layup's good off the glass. DiVincenzo's got the game tied up here for the Knicks. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Ball against DiVincenzo. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Nuggets shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. The shot by Paul, no good. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. To the paint, here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Nails the wide-open jump shot. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Nuggets third.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by New York. Anunoby kicks to Towns. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Nuggets trail. There's 1:40 left in the first half of the game. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
Down low. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Brunson. Towns has got 8 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
.11 left to play in the first half. Watson kicks to Paul. Jokic sets the screen for Paul. Jokic inside, guarded by Robinson. They get it back. Watson, the pass to Paul. Watson, the screen. Shot clock at 6. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Paul against Brunson. Pass to McBride. Now Towns. Back to Brunson. Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Jokic against Robinson. Now, here's Jokic. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch. And that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And here's Jokic outside. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. New York ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
Well, I think for the Knicks, they lost the first game, but that's in the rear view. Time to man up.
Well, nobody has all the answers.
And switching gears to the game at hand, Jalen Brunson in the first half. He was on one. And that is it for halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far.
You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
His power is unbelievable, an intimidating force when he's at his best.
In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward. That's the groove that David Adelman's going out there with to start the second half. GA, you hear about 3 levels score, but is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
And both free throws good for Brunson.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Outside Gordon. Brown sets the pick for Gordon. To the inside. And stolen by Hart. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Bridges. Rebound by the Nuggets. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. To the middle. Here's Brown. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks leading by 3. Bridges dishes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, he's just flexing his muscles on that slam.
Oh, he wanted these people to hear that one. Nuggets are gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Takes a shot at the elbow. Murray, no good. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back.
In this one, that helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Gordon, and he banks in the layup.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by New York.
To the inside. The pass to Towns. On deep, Brunson. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gordon inside. Hart's there. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Bridges for 3. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Watson. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Nuggets making a change here. Others checked in. And a switcher also for New York. DiVincenzo's checked in. Pass to Brunson. The tray. And the Knicks miss again.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Denver passing it around. And here's Jokic. Defended by DiVincenzo. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Towns the screen. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing, Murray. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Mr. Springy athlete, Dante DiVincenzo's got some hops.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Outside Gordon. Jokic with the screen on Hart. 6 on the shot clock, and Jokic throws it down.
Well, the athleticism and mobility of Aaron Gordon is a problem, which is why passing lanes will open up for him.
And Hart has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Hart's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Murray kicks to Jokic. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Johnson comes in for Peyton Watson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Murray.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Valanciunas. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, I'll tell you, on the low block, Valanciunas has shown that he can be a skilled offensive player, and the defense has got to pay attention to him. What a tremendous job playing through contact. So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
New York leading by 3. DiVincenzo with it. Robinson passes to Anunoby. Anunoby is screen on Paul. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. Knicks lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Miles McBride out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the center position. For 3, Murray. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And the backbone of Murray's game is that ability to scorch you from distance.
DiVincenzo kicks to Towns. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
And the Knicks lead by 5.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second.
Here's Paul. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Inside. And Towns throws it down.
Well, this team relies obviously on Towns for great productivity, and this guy is as reliable offensively as you get.
Ball surveying the floor. Pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 5. Here's Murray. Hits the front of the rim and out. New York leading by 7. Here's Towns. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Now that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Jokic, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you, Allie.
Well, Dante DiVincenzo, very capable, putting it off the deck and attacking.
Pass to Jokic. to stop the run. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Towns, the screen. Towns is doubled. Anunoby kicks to DiVincenzo. Off target from outside. The Nuggets trail by 11. Pass to Murray. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him.
Jokic so clever at taking advantage in that pick and roll.
And so here is New York. Next game they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Knocks down the 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Outside, Murray. What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Now DiVincenzo. And down goes the 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And this is how Jokic gets you. He scores in a variety of ways. Just an incredible player.
Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Miles McBride. The Knicks leading by 11. Now DiVincenzo. Bridges fires. The 3 is off.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And there's no doubt Murray can fill it up. Good luck bringing him down to earth when he's on this kind of a roll.
Now DiVincenzo. The 3 doesn't go.
Yeah, they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bridges with the steal. Here's DiVincenzo. Great job in close.
Boy, good work inside by DiVincenzo. That's where his athleticism allows him to score.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Now Jokic. Shoots. Does not go in.
Boy, no idea why he went with a fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Brunson against Murray. And yeah, it's good.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for New York.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Now Jokic. 8 feet out, and that one is good. Here's New York, a 12-point game. Now Towns. Brunson scanning the floor. Clock at 6. From deep. Murray rips down the board. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building. Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.